Hello friend, how are you? One of the issue that is demand of the time. Lots of content is being created on that particular issue. That is the burning issue. The whole world is facing the issue. And that particular issue is climate change. Yes, of course, the climate change is the issue which is highly discussed in the academic circle also and the various other sector also. This is the issue which has invited lots of the content, tons of the content are being created on this particular issue. Again, the climate change is the issue, burning issue, which demands the utmost action and the quick action without any delay. And it is not wrong to say that this particular issue is not been discussed by the common man, by the ordinary people or maximum population. Only the academics, the knowledgeable, the policymaker, the high post holder, they are worried and they are looking to be concerned with this issue. So this issue, why it is important, the climate change is why important, because there are some of the reasons due to which it is an important issue. And the factor are that, first of all, what is climate change? The climate change is is a thing that is going to be noticed in the near future. Even in some quarter of the environment, we are noticing the climate change. The climate change itself represents the excessive heat waves and excessive cold waves. It means that the moderate limit of the climate, like whatever the moderate limit of the temperature was there and whatever the moderate condition of the winter was there and summer was there, now we will experience the beyond limit climate. It means that temperature will go on in the summer and in winter the temperature will go down, then the moderate level. So the extreme cold waves will be there and extreme heat wave will be there. And this is particular what is the climate change and what is all about the climate change. It is not only limited to this only factor like heat wave and cold wave. It is also be noticed that maximum dryness will also be observed and huge precipitation in the form of water will also be noticed in the climate change. And due to the climate change, the average temperature of whole universe will also increase. And what will be the effect? It will affect the productivity of the crops. It will affect the human metabolism, human immunity also, and there will be lots of the disease in the crops also, in the animals also, and the human being also. It is also said that due to the climate change, much of the areas of the area which is located near the seas, they will submerge in the sea. Even Indonesia and some other many other places which are nearer to the sea, they will be their portion will be submerged in the sea. So it will also create a living condition or the living challenges for the human being also. It will create the pressure in the area which is already populated one. In totality, the climate change is going to affect the humanity itself. So that's the reason that this is a very much concern for the people around the world to have a policy, to have a rule, regulation, to have a mechanism to face the challenges of the climate change, and how to control this factor is also an important issue. Now, the important thing is that is this climate change is going to do harm to the humanity, or who is going to benefit from it? Because there is always a two sides of a coin. Of course, in the first instance, anybody can say that of course it is going to harm the humanity. It will put the challenges before the humanity, and especially the poor people, they will face the crunch of finance to meet the challenges of the climate change. It means when the temperature will be high, then of course the poor will face the challenge that they will not be able to meet with that high temperature or huge precipitation or cold waves. So they will be the verge of the wrath of climate. Even when the production will decrease, then the price rise will be there, and again it will cost the poor. So the negativity of the climate change is the poor people, poor country, and especially those country which is unable to meet the challenges of this climate change. So these are the factor of this climate change. Now, who is going to benefit from the climate change? Of course, the two sides of the coin is there, and somebody is there who is going to benefit. Of course, the demand of the ACs, demands of the such a home which can face or which can challenge the climate, increasing climate, the demand will grow on for that particular house and gadget and peripheral types of gadget. And ultimately, the companies who is going to manufacture, who is in the field of manufacturing, like ACs, like refrigerator, like other gadgets, like car ACs or like car company, they will get benefit with the changing climate change. Again, gadget makers will benefited, and even the medical field, they will also get benefited once the people will start facing sick or they will start facing the disease related to the climate. Then new vaccination will be there, new medicine will be there to meet out the challenges. So again, they will be benefited. So it can't be said that this benefit is positive one. Of course, in the same situation in the corona, we have seen that the large of the medical or medicine company, they have medical sector, they had got benefit or they have get the huge profit. But it means not that they are working for this climate change or they want that corona should be prolonged. In the same manner, the sector which is going to get benefit from the climate change, it does not mean that they are contributor of the climate change. So of course, who is responsible? This sector who is going to get benefit, or the people who are facing the challenge of the climate change, they are the responsible one. Of course, the responsible one are rich country. Each and every rich country, take the example of China, America, and the big European nation, even the developing country like India. These are the country which has to do with the climate change. They are the contributor of the climate change. But who is going to face? They are not contributor of the climate change. This is important factor, that the country who is not involving in the climate change, they are facing the wrath of climate change. It means that somebody else has done harm to the climate, and somebody else who has nothing to do with the harm of the nature, they are facing the consequence of the people who are the real culprit, or the country who are the real culprit. So that's the sorry affair of this climate change, that the real culprit is also vulnerable, and the people who are innocent, who has nothing to do with the climate, they are also the vulnerable people. So this is the challenge, this is the issue, this is the things that is related to the climate change. Of course, the people who is related to the primary sector, the agriculture sector, they will also face the devastation of the climate change, and of course price rise will be there related to the food grain. So they are also going to face the consequences of the climate change. So of course we have to contain this, and we have to make the people aware of this issue, and what are the methodologies we have to go through. And I will try to in the next video that what are the ways to contain the climate change on the individual basis, not on the big organization or the government, but what an individual can do to contain the climate change, or at least they should not contribute in this climate change. They should be a unit which can hold the that process, or who can decelerate the process of the climate change. How an individual can do that, in the next video I will try to mention some of the point. So I hope that this particular presentation is an exact, appropriate, and you have liked this presentation. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, do it. You can also comment on the video, and you can also give your like on this video. With this, bye bye.